Ubisoft are basically dead, and even though technically they haven't shut down or have been sold off to another company, everyone can see that they don't have much time left. So we're going to delve into some recent Ubisoft news that I think basically spells the end for them. But before we do, don't forget to drop a like on the video and share it with friends. And if you have the option to hype the video, please hype it up as it does help the video and all that good stuff to make sure the video gets seen by others. I appreciate you all for doing that, but let's get back to talking about Ubisoft. So in some recent news at the end of January, Ubisoft had canceled 6 video games, including the long-awaited Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake. And I know this is a remake that many people have been waiting for, and it just sucks to hear that the second time of them trying to make this video game, they just end up canceling it all, basically just giving up on the game. And Ubisoft did not just cancel 6 games, including the Prince of Persia remake, they also closed 2 studios and delayed 7 titles as part of this late January change. And to me, it's so crazy to see this because we've seen so many remakes or remasters turn out good for so many different studios, and Prince of Persia being one of the most beloved series a long time ago, and having the remake canceled while people were waiting so many years for it, it just doesn't make sense for a studio like Ubisoft that needs every win they can at this point. And not just the recent decisions have me so disappointed with them, it's the fact that Ubisoft used to be regarded as one of the best studios out there. You know, they were creating bangers after bangers with series like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and so many other different titles. I remember when I was younger, almost every game I played had that Ubisoft load up screen when I started a game, and just seeing them become such a disappointment in today's age is so wild to me. So it's looking like Ubisoft are just trying to cut corners wherever they can and trying to save us as much money, but in reality, what's the point of saving money if you're going to make nothing anyways, and just continue wasting money on things like developing Beyond Good and Evil 2. That game has been in development for like how long now? 17 years? Even if you end up releasing that game, what good does it do if you wasted 17 years of budget developing the game? I don't think even record-breaking sales can make back that money you spent on development. And then we can take a look at Ubisoft stock right now, as at least the stock right here in the US, it's trading as low as 91 cents, which is pretty crazy because they had a high of what, like 20 something dollars a stock in like 2020 or 2021. So tell me, how are they going to come back from this when they're trading below a dollar at this point? Everybody has lost faith in Ubisoft, and that's why I say they're basically dead, because we can all see that Tencent is just waiting for the right moment to buy Ubisoft. Eventually Tencent is just going to buy all of Ubisoft, because if not, what's the alternative? They're just going to end up shutting down. And what's crazy is their new strategy that they planned out with 5 different creative houses they call. One being Vantage Studios, which we all know about now, which is the spin-off creative house that they've created with Tencent owning also a majority of that creative house, which is going to focus on things like Assassin's Creed, Far Cry, and Rainbow Six, basically the big hitters for Ubisoft. And then the second creative house being shooters, just focusing on things like The Division, Ghost Recon, and Splinter Cell. But like, besides The Division, let's be real, how profitable is that creative house going to be? It looks like they're not even planning to make another game for Ghost Recon or Splinter Cell anytime soon. And then we can look at Creative House 3, which is focusing on live services. And it's just baffling to me that they continue to focus on live services when they just had failure after failure after failure. And don't get me wrong, you can learn from your failures and keep trying, but when you just keep repeating the same mistake every time, what's the point of learning from your mistakes? So you've just had failures like Skull and Bones, and really your best live services that are kind of doing well right now are For Honor and Brawlhalla, but we've seen the backlash with the crew once they shut down it was the very first game, causing everyone to stop killing games. They were the main reason people started backing that. And then you have Riders Republic. I don't really hear much people talk about Riders Republic. Maybe there's a niche or very tight group that still supports the game, but you've just had live services that failed like Skull and Bones and their shooter competitor to Call of Duty, where it's like, why are you even trying to pursue live services at this point? And then you have Creative House 4, which is focusing on narrative and fantasy. So they're trying to focus on games like Anno, Might and Magic, Rayman, Prince of Persia, Beyond Good and Evil. But I mean, after hearing all that, I know we're pretty much looking at each other like, what the hell are you talking about? You haven't made a Rayman game, or at least a good one, in a while. You basically canceled Prince of Persia, and you've been working on Beyond Good and Evil 2 for 17 years. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you going to be doing at this studio, bro? And then we could look at the last Creative House being casual and family, just focusing on things like Just Dance, Monopoly, Hunger Shark, etc. But I mean, looking at this roadmap that they have, or the Creative House roadmap that they're planning to continue with for the foreseeable future, I don't know, man. Things are not looking too bright. I'm just at this point waiting for Tencent to end up buying the rest of Ubisoft, because if we're gonna be real, even if they release, let's say, at least one banger Assassin's Creed game, do you really think that's gonna save the entirety of Ubisoft? They would have to release at least 5 good Assassin's Creed games back to back to back to at least keep them afloat, in my opinion. And what still blows my mind today is that Ubisoft used to be such a powerhouse. They had such a good position in gaming all the way back to where you think that they should have at least been doing the best they can to at least stay as one of the top studios and at least releasing decent game. But the fall that they've had is actually insane. You've just made the wrong decisions every single time. At what point do you stop and look back and actually listen to your fans and say, okay, we can at least survive if we at least listen to the fans and their feedback? But they still haven't even done that. So to me and many other people, this is why Ubisoft is dying, or why they're already dead at this point. So I'm just looking at it like waiting for Tencent or another company to swoop in and just buy Ubisoft, and that'll be the end of it in 2026, or if they're lucky, probably until the beginning of 2027. But I don't know. What about you guys? What do you guys think about this Ubisoft situation? Are Ubisoft already dead or have been dead for you? And leave some comments below for how do you think Ubisoft can come back from this. Also, if you guys want me to talk about anything else, please leave that below as well. Again, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here, all that good stuff. I'll catch you guys in another video. Peace out.